Did you hear about the 71-year-old man who quietly passed away in his sleep just last night? His family was stunned. The day before, he was perfectly fine. No obvious health problems, no sign that anything was wrong. It was a normal evening, just like countless others before it. But the next morning, he never woke up. How could that happen? Was there something they missed? Could it have been avoided? The truth is, once we reach the age of 70, our bodies become far more sensitive to the routines we follow, especially the ones we practice at night. Certain bedtime habits that once seemed harmless can now pose real risks to our health. In fact, some of these habits might even raise the chances of experiencing severe events such as strokes, heart attacks, or sudden death during sleep. And here's the alarming part. Most people have no idea they're doing anything wrong. In this video, we're going to take a deep look at 4 specific nighttime habits that older adults, especially those over 70, should avoid. These routines might look innocent or even comforting, but they can silently work against your body, draining your energy, disturbing your sleep, and increasing your risk of serious health problems. Some of these habits may catch you off guard. Others might be things you've done for decades without ever thinking twice. But once you understand how these simple routines affect your aging body, you'll have the knowledge you need to make smarter choices. Choices that can help you sleep better, feel stronger, and wake up safer every morning. Stay with me until the very end, because the final habit we'll talk about is something that the vast majority of seniors do every single night. And yet, it could be putting their lives in real danger. Fortunately, there are safer, healthier alternatives that I'll share with you, so you can rest easy knowing your body is protected. Let's begin. Habit number 1, eating heavy meals late at night. One of the most common mistakes older adults make, often without realizing it, is eating heavy meals too close to bedtime. If you're someone who enjoys a large dinner or a late-night snack, this might seem harmless. Maybe you've done it for years and never had a problem. But here's the thing. As you age, your body doesn't handle food the same way it used to. Your digestive system slows down. Your metabolism becomes less efficient. And your body needs more time and energy to break down what you eat. So when you go to bed with a full stomach, your body isn't ready to rest. It's busy working overtime to digest your food. This can lead to a range of problems, including indigestion, acid reflux, disrupted sleep, and even a rise in blood pressure, all of which are linked to an increased risk of nighttime heart attacks and strokes. Think back. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with heartburn, a tight chest, or a racing heartbeat? That uncomfortable feeling might not be random. It could be a direct result of eating too much too late. Here's what happens inside your body. Instead of slipping into a deep, healing sleep, your body stays active. Your stomach is producing acid, your intestines are churning, and your heart remains slightly elevated. This stops your body from entering the restorative stages of sleep and creates a perfect storm for cardiovascular stress. Let's say you enjoy a heavy bowl of pasta, a greasy burger, or a rich dessert before bed. You might feel satisfied at first, but once you lie down, gravity no longer helps keep stomach acid in place. It can rise up into your esophagus, causing that burning sensation, coughing, or even a choking feeling that can wake you up gasping for air. Over time, this chronic acid reflux, often called GERD, can damage the muscles in your throat and airways. This increases your risk of something called aspiration pneumonia, a serious infection that occurs when food or liquid enters the lungs. For seniors, this can be life-threatening, and that's not all. If you have diabetes or are at risk of it, eating too late can also cause blood sugar spikes during the night. This makes it harder for your body to manage glucose, which adds even more pressure to your heart and circulatory system. In fact, studies show that older adults who regularly eat late meals are more likely to develop metabolic problems that contribute to heart disease. So, what's the solution? Try finishing your last full meal at least 3 to 4 hours before going to bed. This gives your digestive system time to break down the food while you're still awake and active. If you find yourself a little hungry later in the evening, go for something light and easy to digest, like a few almonds, a small banana, or a cup of warm chamomile tea. These snacks can actually support better sleep without overwhelming your system. Just remember, your body isn't the same as it was decades ago. A simple change in your evening eating habits can dramatically lower your risk of nighttime health complications and help you sleep more deeply and peacefully. Habit number 2: drinking too much liquid before bed. Staying hydrated is important, especially as we get older, but there's a right time and a wrong time to drink fluids. One of the biggest mistakes many seniors make is drinking large amounts of water, juice, or tea too close to bedtime. At first glance, it might not seem like a big deal. After all, hydration is good, right? But here's the catch. After age 70, your bladder becomes less capable of holding fluid for long periods. The muscles weaken, the kidneys keep working overnight, and even a modest amount of liquid can cause you to wake up multiple times to use the bathroom. If you find yourself getting up more than once or twice each night just to pee, it's a sign that your body may be overwhelmed by evening fluids. And while that might sound like just a small annoyance, it can actually lead to serious consequences. Imagine this. It's 2 a.m., and you wake up with an urgent need to go. You get out of bed quickly, but your blood pressure hasn't caught up yet. Suddenly, you feel lightheaded, or worse, you faint. This is known as postural hypotension, and it happens when your blood pressure drops too fast as you stand up. This condition is one of the leading causes of dangerous nighttime falls among older adults. And those falls? They can result in broken bones, head injuries, or hospitalization, turning a simple bathroom trip into a medical emergency. But that's not the only danger. Waking up frequently to urinate, also called nocturia, seriously disrupts your sleep cycle. Each time you flip on a light or walk down the hallway, your brain gets confused. It starts producing less melatonin, the sleep hormone, and more cortisol, the stress hormone. Over time, this can lead to chronic sleep deprivation, higher blood pressure, and even memory loss. Studies show that seniors who consistently have broken sleep are at greater risk of developing cognitive decline and even dementia. So, what can you do? Start by adjusting when and how you drink liquids. Try to drink most of your water earlier in the day, especially during the morning and early afternoon. Then, begin cutting back your fluid intake as the evening approaches. After dinner, sip slowly if you're thirsty, but avoid large glasses of any liquid within 2 hours of bedtime. And be mindful of hidden fluids too. Soups, juicy fruits, and even some medications can contribute to nighttime bathroom trips. Caffeinated drinks like tea or coffee can make the problem worse by acting as diuretics. By making a few thoughtful changes, you can protect your sleep, reduce the risk of dangerous falls, and give your body the uninterrupted rest it needs to stay strong and healthy. Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling foggy, tired, or just off? That's exactly what happened to Frank. He didn't know it, but his warm and cozy bedroom was silently disrupting his sleep. Night after night, he tossed and turned, sweating under thick blankets, waking up more exhausted than before he went to bed. What Frank didn't realize is something many seniors also overlook. Sleeping in an environment that's too warm can prevent your body from reaching the deep, healing stages of sleep that are essential for good health, especially after the age of 70. You see, your body needs to cool down at night to sleep properly. This natural drop in core temperature signals your brain that it's time to rest. It helps your body enter deep sleep, the stage where memory is strengthened, the immune system is repaired, and your heart gets a well-deserved break. When the room is too warm, your body struggles to regulate its temperature. You don't cool down the way you should, and as a result, your heart has to work harder through the night to help you release excess heat. For someone over 70, this constant strain can be risky, especially for those with high blood pressure, heart conditions, or circulatory problems. So, what can you do? Experts recommend keeping your bedroom between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. It might sound a bit chilly at first, but it's actually the sweet spot for deep, uninterrupted sleep. If that feels too cold, layer with light. Breathable cotton blankets instead of heavy, heat-trapping synthetic ones. Wear moisture-wicking sleepwear, which helps regulate body temperature and keeps you from waking up sweaty or uncomfortable. A small fan or an open window can also work wonders, cooling the room while improving airflow and reducing the risk of breathing problems caused by stale air. It's a small change, but the impact can be powerful. Seniors who sleep in a cooler environment often report waking up feeling more alert, refreshed, and mentally clear. It's one of the simplest ways to support the heart health, boost sleep quality, and protect your overall well-being. Now, let's talk about one final nighttime habit, one that many people do every single night without thinking, and yet it might be the most dangerous of them all. Habit number 4. Sleeping in the wrong position. Most of us never give much thought to the way we sleep. If it feels comfortable, it must be fine, right? Unfortunately, that's not always true. After age 70, your sleeping position can have a serious effect on your health. It can impact your breathing, circulation, digestion, and even heart function. And yet, millions of seniors unknowingly sleep in positions that quietly put strain on their bodies night after night. Let's break it down. As we age, our muscles weaken, lung capacity changes, and our circulation isn't as strong as it once was. When you lie in the wrong position for hours at a time, airflow can become restricted, oxygen levels may drop, and blood flow can be reduced, all while you sleep. Over time, this can increase your risk of conditions like sleep apnea, heart strain, and even stroke. One of the riskiest sleep positions? Flat on your back. It might seem comfortable, but sleeping on your back can allow the tongue and soft tissues in your throat to collapse backward, partially blocking your airway. This can lead to obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. Many people don't even know they have it, but the symptoms are serious. Disrupted breathing, loud snoring, sudden gasps for air, and poor quality sleep. Over time, this can raise the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even sudden cardiac events. Let's take Robert, for example. He's 76 and always slept on his back. His wife began to notice strange pauses in his breathing at night, followed by gasping. At first, he dismissed it as normal aging, but then came the daytime exhaustion, headaches, and brain fog. Eventually, a doctor diagnosed him with sleep apnea caused by his sleeping position. Every night, his body was under silent strain, and he didn't even know it. But the dangers don't stop there. Even if you don't have sleep apnea, sleeping in the wrong position, like on your right side, can still cause problems. Studies suggest that this position may place added pressure on the heart, particularly in people with existing heart conditions. It can cause fluid to pool in the lungs or legs, increasing the risk of congestive heart failure over time. So, what's the safest sleeping position after 70? On your left side. Sleeping on your left side can improve circulation, help your heart pump more efficiently, and ease pressure on your organs. It also supports better digestion and helps prevent acid reflux by keeping stomach acid from flowing upward into the throat. If you're not used to sleeping on your side, try using a body pillow to support your position and keep yourself from rolling onto your back during the night. Elevating your head slightly with a firm, supportive pillow can also help keep your airways open. And if you have joint pain, placing a small pillow between your knees can keep your spine aligned and reduce pressure on your hips and lower back. Changing the way you sleep might seem like a small shift, but it can have a profound effect on your overall health. By making sure your body is properly supported, oxygen can flow freely, blood can circulate efficiently, and your heart can rest, just like you. We've explored 4 bedtime habits that seem minor, but can quietly put your health at risk after age 70. Eating too late at night, drinking too much before bed, sleeping in a room that's too warm, and sleeping in the wrong position. Each of these routines can interfere with your sleep, increase strain on your heart, and even raise the risk of serious health events. But the good news is that you can take action, starting tonight. These risks aren't permanent. By making a few simple adjustments, you can support your body, improve your sleep, and protect your well-being. So, take a moment and ask yourself, which of these habits have I been doing? Do you wake up often during the night? Have you ever felt too hot or uncomfortable while sleeping? Are you still sleeping on your back, not realizing the hidden risks? Tonight, try changing just one thing. Move your last meal earlier. Lower the thermostat. Shift to your left side. Small changes can create big results, especially when they become part of your nightly routine. Thank you for spending this time with us. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it. Your stories and feedback mean so much. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support allows us to keep creating content that informs, supports, and inspires. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.